This is Albert, the spokesman of the Cicada organization, with Catherine the leader and queen of our organization, and of course David, the only person to ever outsmart our computers, and to gain support of your world, because of his love for humanity. We have been told by General Patton, how to gain control over the Supreme Court, and Congress, that for the most part they are the ones in control, not the President. Our laws throughout the Cicada organization are much different. We don't rely on corruption, or that of debating. We work with ideas and equations, that can't be disputed. We only care about what is best for the whole, without caring whose idea it really is. Therefore, we really don't need Congress, and we trust that one leader, instead of hundreds, because we feel that life is too valuable, to have anyone suffer, with delays of petty bickering. Therefore, we really don't understand Congress, we understand the Supreme Court justice through our Queen Catherine. General Patton told us the way to take control over Congress is that there are basically three different stages. The first stage is to show wealth, and power, and greed, for all Congress understands is money. They want to make sure they can reach the golden age like Donald said. How can David do that? Second, to show how much he or she cares, and has a pure heart, and third, that he has to be the smartest person in the world. We think that David has accomplished all of that, and more. The only problem is that Congress has no idea how to make up their own minds, and are too stupid to realize that, and the Supreme Court has no real power, except for what Congress demands. So how can anyone convince Congress till it is too late? The one man that can, isn't necessarily David, because he is too pure, and the leaders are too corrupt. The only man who can do it is that of a corrupt individual like Donald is. David has always said that Donald is our best president there ever was, because he has showed the United States how evil and corrupt this man really is, and has brought the Supreme Court down to their knees, and begging to us for help. But yet Congress is too corrupt and stupid to understand. The question we have is, what does the word control mean? We don't understand, because we don't believe any one man or person should be in control. Control means it has to be that one's person's idea, and that should never be to take control. You need to understand oneself to have the right to be free. And when you rely on money too much, you can never be free, and that is being corrupt. You still need money to have goals and control, but it should never rule your lives to the degree where you can't help others. There is only one solution: to be wealthy, healthy, and strong. To make money, you have to be able to learn to work together, to be able to make up your mind quickly, and deceivably, for as we all know, time is money, and when one hesitates, then that person will lose, because it will allow someone else to take advantage of it. You can't make money when you can't make up your own mind. David understands this, but he also understands that money will always lead to war and violence and disputes. That is why he remains poor. It's because of his free choice that he values most, because he doesn't wish to be hated like Donald is now. That is why we love him and support him so much. Since he has been our leader, we have been wealthier than we have ever been before, not only financially, but because we are very happy as a family, perhaps for the first time in our lives. You can't value life with money. We are hoping the world and Donald will understand that in time. The second thing to influence Congress, that our leader can lead the country to the golden age, his heart is in the right place. How pure he is in influencing the United States to keep the peace. We don't believe we have to prove anything. That should be obvious. He is tired of always having to prove oneself. He has had enough problems with his sister and family. He has found that people will only believe in that they wish to believe in, not in the reality of the situation. However, we will once again remind you of his accomplishments. He has managed within the past 30 days or so to convince the military to dismantle the Proud Boys army. Then Donald became in control of the Cannon organization. When David found out about it through General Patton, he ingeniously devised a plan to convince them to come forward to the general, and to indulge them all their secrets, and to disown Donald, as their leader. Then he convinced Donald's wife, to wish to join our organization. Then he married Catherine, our queen and leader, the smartest, most intelligent, attractive person in the world, even more pure than Melania is. How pure can she be? He is now part of your army, and General Patton will back him 100%, and so will the Supreme Court, since Donald no longer has control of either one. We are not trying to convince Congress of anything, but just informing the United States, that if you are tired of how corrupt Congress is, David can help fix the situations. But David can't really do it alone. That job really relies on each individual, to stand up for his or her rights as an individual. We believe that Congress is starting to release that. Now for the third way to show the world, that David is the smartest man in the world. That once again should be obvious. He solved our puzzles which no man has solved. He won with his bravery and intelligence to the military that love is stronger than wealth. He was smart enough to convince the world that JB and Donald are so corrupt, they wish to take over the world. Just yesterday Donald took down the conversation they both had together without realizing that it was too late. David was smart enough to take away everything that Donald owned, instead of his wealth, because he wanted Donald to realize how worthless his money really is without friends. The questions used on the second debate was that of which he gave General Patton, in 2 days, that Donald and Joe had no replies to. The list goes on and on. We really could care less about controlling Congress. We wish to prove how smart we are. Being smartest man in the world doesn't rely on that one person, for if he truly is the smartest, then he will rely on the whole country or world for help. Look at Donald and Joe, on how stupid they are even with their staff, and to show how stupid Congress is by having to support one of the two, anyway, when they are elected president. To be smart doesn't rely on that one. Being smart relies on other individuals, like Melania. To show intelligence takes time and doesn't happen overnight. But we are willing to show Melania the fastest computers in the world. It's your choice now. If you are truly smart, you will wake up and listen. We are not trying to convince anyone how smart we are, but just how stupid you are. It's your choice. Let's work together instead of this stupid petty bickering before the country rebels, and you will soon be like Donald. This has been Albert the SPOK.